Hey everyone, so today is the 11th of October 2023 and I wanted to offer this video up to you all because many things have come to a head in the world, and as is always the case with our reality, our planet, there are many tragedies occurring at this present time. So the tone of this video is going to be very different than a lot of my other videos. I woke up this morning and even last night and I felt like I wanted to offer up a prayer for everybody. I wanted to offer up a prayer because sometimes even though I don't keep abreast of politics and international situations or even local situations, I really try to steer clear of the news media, alternative or mainstream. But I felt that there is an unease, there is an anxiety, there is a oppressive feeling, and for some people that is imminent, and in fact it's a very real part of their reality. It's a very obvious threat, and these people are in my audience. I have many audience members, patron members who are in Israel and they live in Israel, and they are facing the worst atrocities in their entire lives. They have never experienced anything like this. It is worse, I'm told, than what we could imagine 9/11 was. And I have these real people, these people who I care about, who are suffering right now. My first instinct when I heard about what was happening was, yes, this happens in the world. There's tragedy all the time. There is horrific incidents all the time. And I felt that I didn't want to dwell on it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to give that horrific thing emotion. And I felt that in a way, at various times of our lives, we are all suffering, whether it's psychological oppression, whether it is a real threat or a perceived threat. There is always tragedy and trials and tribulations in this realm. That is the nature of our reality. So if you are listening to this video today, as I record this on the 11th of October 2023, or if you're listening to this in years to come, I just want to say to you that I am offering this prayer of love and prayer of protection, a prayer for hope and a prayer for security. There are some very turbulent times at this present time, and although the world keeps turning and things like this always happen, and there are cycles of tragedy and cycles of brilliance, it doesn't lessen the fact that people are suffering. And I wanted to offer up and say to you all, for many of us who are into alternative media or conspiracy theories, it is often a knee-jerk reaction to begin to seek the reasons as to why things are happening that sound outlandish or overblown. We have this natural knee-jerk reaction to believe the opposite of what the news is telling us. We look for the false, you know what, FLAGS, I won't say it. We look for these things, and we look for the conspiracy behind the tragedy. for many of us, we automatically believe it's fake. We automatically assume that people aren't suffering or it's all a performance. I know that that happened when everything blew up in the Ukraine, and we didn't want to believe the mainstream media. But I want to say to you folks out there who are living in relatively safe situations that let's just hold the conspiracy theories for a minute. And I know you want to seek the reason as to why humans do this to other humans, or powers beyond our control do this to others. But just know this, that most of the time when there is something horrific, there is always victims, and there is real victims. And even though actors may be hired to perform for the mainstream media so that certain images can be floated out there, we also know that there are real victims, just like 9/11. Okay, there were real victims. And as human beings with compassion and love, we need to give support and love to those who are suffering right now. And if you are watching this and you are in your own personal hell, if today you open this video and you feel as though this world makes no sense and you don't understand why this happens, I just want to say to you that me as a human being and as part of the collective and as part of what makes up this universal consciousness and creator, a co-creator of yours, I want to say to you that you are loved and that you are so important to the human race. It may not make sense right now, what's happening to you. It may not be fair in any way. And you may not have the answer as to why this is happening to you or around you. But I want you to know that you are so important. You as a co-creator, you as a soul who chose, you did choose, even though we can't remember, we chose to come and experience this right now. The only important thing is right now, I know I'm speaking in cliches and platitudes, but there is no other way to describe this. There is only now. And if you can just hold on now, in this moment, just keep going on. Tomorrow is another day with no mistakes in it yet. I know it's a very common thing in spirituality circles to talk about the higher purpose and to talk about that there is this ultimate reason as to why we're here, that suffering is meant to be, and we chose this, we chose the suffering. And that doesn't give comfort to those people who are suffering right now in this 3D flesh suit reality. It doesn't give you any comfort. And that's why I think a lot of us seek the conspiracies or seek the answers from benevolent beings that we can't see. But sometimes it just sucks. And sometimes whatever the tragedy is that you're going through, whether it's emotional or mental turmoil because of a personal issue, whether it is a trauma that might have arisen for you, or just difficult financial situation, a difficult relationship that you're suffering through right now, or a very imminent and obvious and direct threat from groups that are killing you and the people you love and the people that are around you, that you are actually in a war-torn emergency situation, whatever these things are that are causing your suffering. I want you to comprehend that you do have power in this moment. The power is in your thoughts. That's it. It's just your thoughts. Your thoughts are the most powerful thing you have right now. And for those who endured suffering in the past, our ancestors, the ones that made it, had the strongest thoughts. The ones that made it had the perseverance of thought. And I just hope that if you are watching this right now, that you can just take this moment, just this very moment, and just appreciate this very moment, this breath. Maybe just your breath is enough. Maybe the thought of your hands touching the arm of the chair beside you, your feet on the ground. You might feel some wind in your hair. You might feel the warmth of the sun or the cool breeze of the night. But whatever it is in this moment, I'm offering you a prayer of love and gratitude and strength and fortitude. And I am praying for all of you to find comfort. I'm praying for all of you to hold on one more moment. I'm praying for all of you to eventually discover what purpose this moment served. And I just want you to know that you are loved. I just want you to know that you are loved. Even if no one else has ever told you that, I want you to know that you are loved. I can't do more from where I am right now, but I can offer you these words. And I hope that by having this recording up for you, I hope that it will be there for you in your hour of need, whether it is today on the 11th of October 2023, or if it is in years to come that you see this video. There is so much more I can say, but I just wanted to give you this prayer and love. And although our souls chose this moment to incarnate, and we might not, as the ordinary human beings that we are, know the bigger picture right now, there is a universal purpose for all of this. But right now, just hold on. I'm sending you lots of love. See you later.